Happy New Year! Welcome to the February-March 2016 edition of Profile Moraine. I'm Dave Miller.
And I'm Kendra Bryant. Today we will visit just a few of the 500 businesses in Moraine.
That's right, Kendra. I'm going to visit Fidelity Health Care, a business that's been around for over 30 years, but only recently has moved to Moraine over on Kettering Boulevard. Fidelity in 2014 was ranked as one of the top 100 agencies by Home Care Elite.
And I'm going to visit Kramer Graphics, which is a digital printer located on Dorothy Lane, and see all the exciting, really interesting things that they can do for your business.
And as a special treat for everyone, we're going to visit Moraine resident Victor Blankenship, who has the world's largest collection of Frigidaire Memorabilia.
All that and more on this edition of Profile Moraine. Kramer Graphics is a leader in digital printing. Let's take a look at all the different services that they can do for your company.
Kramer Graphics is a large format digital printer, meaning that we take an advertiser's needs, print on a certain substrate, be it pretty much any flat surface from papers to styrenes to gator board. It's very, very vast, different substrates we can go with. Vehicle wrap would be another example. Started as a typesetting business, continued to go in there, getting creative. As technology advanced, more windows opened up. We found our niche in advertising and printing. More things are being customized to be advertisable, from wallpapers to floor graphics. A lot more advertisers want their name out there in certain spots that in the past usually wouldn't have been done. Our company is unique because starting in 1976, we've solved a lot of different problems with the experience we have on board. We have 85 employees with 700 years experience. So when an advertiser wants something advertised in a certain way, maybe it's on a wall, maybe it's something, we have enough experience to get it done and figure out the best way to make that happen. Kramer Graphics is celebrating its 40th year this year, anniversary. We're looking forward to our next 40. Yeah. Proud to be a supporter of the 50th anniversary Moraine celebration. Happy to be a part of the community. We do a lot of charity work with donating back to food banks. We give a lot of our old vinyl to shelters to be turned into book bags, etc.
So we'd like to take you on a tour today, and I want to show you first our pre-press department, and that is where we set up all the customer artwork that's been submitted to us via email or FTP site, and we prep their art files to go out to the different presses that we have. And our company specializes in two areas. We either print outdoor billboards, or we're printing retail graphics, advertising displays, trade show graphics, corporate graphics, conference room graphics. Those employees usually have some sort of an art degree that work in our pre-press department. They know Photoshop, InDesign, and then we train them to how we set up files for our presses. And then we're going to go out into the production area today, and you're going to see our flatbed digital presses where we print either on a substrate, a rigid substrate. It might be foam core, plastic, a PVC, a wood product, or we print on a roll of materials such as a decal for maybe making a car wrap, or wallpaper, or lots of banner vinyls. We also produce banners, lots of. And then we have finishing, where we are die cutting our graphic pieces. We're laminating, mounting, sewing pockets into our banners, welding pockets. We also do fabric dye sublimation. You'll be amazed all the things that are out there. And then the other part of our business is our outdoor, and that's our grand format press room. We have 8 digital presses. That's where we print the outdoor product. That's going to be out on that billboard structure when you drive down the highway. We do those for folks all over the country. We're doing this 24 hours a day, everything here. We have a staff of 80 employees, and we turn things around very, very quickly. It's like within 2 days we're shipping to somewhere in the United States.
We would like to welcome Fidelity Health Care to Moraine in their new facility. Fidelity offers home health care and medical supplies. Let's find out more.
Fidelity Health Care is a leader in home health for the Dayton, Middletown area. We are one of the most trusted home health agencies in the area. We provide home health services, independent care services, infusion, durable medical equipment, respiratory services, therapy services. We're also a provider for community wellness through Premier Community Health. So we're Joint Commission accredited. We've been in the Home Care Elite, which you can see the sign next to me, for the top 100 for the past 2 years, and also have been on the Home Care Elite for the past 10 with the top 500. That is an award that is for all home health agencies in the United States, and there's about 10,000 agencies that are evaluated in that, so that's something we're really proud of. We also provide services to the Medicare and Medicaid population, and we're also ranked by Medicare. There's a total of 5 stars that you can receive from the Medicare as far as your quality measures, and we've been 4.5 for the last, actually since they initiated that over the last year. Our mission is to help patients stay safely and independent in their home. We work with the families, the physicians, and the patients to be able to stay safe in the home. Fidelity started actually in 1984 and worked primarily with Miami Valley Hospital and has continued to expand as Premier has grown as well. We started our move here into Moraine last summer and have been moving, finally got all the way moved in. We're so excited about our new building. We have so much more space. We had grown out of our previous space. We had people who didn't have places to sit. So we're very excited to have all of this new space and be part of the Moraine community. As part of Premier, as part of our mission to support the community, we also do take care of the patients who don't have a payer source. So part of the care that we provide, obviously things have changed since the change with Obamacare and the exchange, but we provide patients with services even if they don't have payment, whether that be part of Premier or whether that be from a physician's practice who a patient needs that, because we are also a not-for-profit agency. As part of Fidelity Healthcare, we also have, additional business lines. We have 2 boutiques called Expressions of Hope. They are at Good Samaritan North and Miami Valley South. So these are for women who are battling cancers, primarily breast cancer. We have different types of services for this group specifically. This is an excellent program, and we've had a lot of really happy customers and really been able to make a difference in these ladies' lives. The other area that we're working extremely hard on with our hospitals is our Advanced Illness Management Program. And this is kind of combining our chronic disease management with palliative care for those patients who are on the trajectory, but they're not quite ready for hospice yet. So we're working with different groups and physicians on making sure that these patients have the services that they need while they're in the home. And we do have several certified clinicians, nursing, and social workers who are managing this population as well. As far as Fidelity and growth, as I mentioned before, as we're continuing to expand and the healthcare market continues to change and moving more into the community, I see our organization just continuing to grow and add additional services to the community that can be provided that don't need to be in the hospital. Obviously, we have 3 buildings here. The first building is occupied. We're working on some areas with that second building within Premier for some other divisions to be in that building with us. And then we have our warehouse area as well. So I see us continuing to expand in this market. If you're looking for additional information about Fidelity, we are on the website, and it's fidelityhealthcare.org. Our phone number is 937-208-6400, and any of us can be reached there. That's our main number here at this office. One of the other service lines, is we do have Premier Community Health, and this division does screening and wellness in the community. They also provide education throughout the community, and they can also be reached at our Fidelity Healthcare office if there's employers or different organizations who are looking to have some education for the community. We continue to expand in that area. We have multiple school partnerships with them as well, where we have nursing that is in the schools to help the patient population. And then one other thing that we've kind of expanded to is looking at how we can assist some of the extended care facilities and helping them with reducing their readmissions and keeping those patients out of the hospital. And we've partnered with one and looking to, continue to expand that to help Premier in their goals as well.
In 1921, General Motors brought its Frigidaire division to the city of Moraine and actually worked out of buildings along Springboro Pike that once housed the Dayton Wright Airplane Company and Delco Light. Let's visit with Victor Blankenship, a former Frigidaire employee who has an incredible collection of Frigidaire Memorabilia from this once famous and earliest Moraine business.
I worked at Frigidaire and General Motors and also under White Consolidated for 23 years. Well, when I first worked for Frigidaire, I worked in what they call a field supply division, and we did all the shipping of items from there to all around the world, especially within the United States. So seeing a lot of stuff, we commented, and they were generous enough to give us a few samples to go along their extra items. So it started my collection. A lot of the ads actually go back, all the way back to about 1920. I got a lot of ads, a lot of paperwork and manuals and things like that. But as far as the hard collectors, I guess about 1926 is probably the earliest that I have on those items. I got a lot of the things from the wartime, the war badges and things like that. But about 1926 is the earliest. Well, actually, anytime I had a chance to get anything different, I didn't pass it up. I mean, anything from, as long as I had Frigidaire advertising. And it could have been paperwork, it could have been cigarette ashtrays, cigarette lighters, sterling silver items that were given out by the company for years of service, salad bowls, wood salad bowls. Some things I couldn't afford to get, but I did get, quite a few. One of my favorite ones are the ones I got back in the 20s, the Iceman figure. They're the ones that have the most value to it. They're the ones that I appreciate the most. Some things I've only seen, and this is the image of the ashtray with the Iceman standing in the middle of it. And I've only seen others of these where people have painted them to try and make them look better. But this is the original. This is one of my prized items because the Iceman goes back to the beginning of Frigidaire. You notice he's not carrying an ice carrot of ice, he's carrying a unit that holds the ice cube trays, and that was how they were advertising that. But as far as some of these type of things, even a lot of people didn't realize that Frigidaire had their own bottle openers. That was just another way of their advertising. That was something that was very unique. And these items were one of the three different types of license plates tags that identified whether you were able to park inside the garage or not in the building. I'd like to see it in a museum. It takes a lot of space to put it all. So.
Well, that wraps up another edition of Profile Moraine.
Join us next time when we look at more events and businesses throughout the city.
And before we go, we've got a unique beautification opportunity for you businesses out there. Now, I know it's real cold right now in the dead of winter, but pretty soon it's going to warm up. And here's a neat opportunity. Along Dryden Road, we have median strips where we have flower plantings. In fact, right now, both the Moraine Rotary Club and several businesses have beautiful flower plantings.
However, we have several areas still available. For more information, contact City of Moraine Economic Development Director Mike Davis at 535-1034.
And I would like to take this time to thank all of the over 100 businesses who supported the Moraine 50-year anniversary in 2015. That's right, we've been a city 50 years from 1965 to 2015. And not only did we have a great weekend celebration back on May 29th and 30th of last year, but we had several special events and project completions every month of 2015, and we couldn't have done it without you.
So take a look at the March Messenger for a 7-page summary of all the 50th anniversary events and historical talks and everything else that we had going on during that period.
We'll see you next time on Profile Moraine.